Or is our audio different since we've shifted? Because I've moved my mic. I don't guess it's any different.
Check 1, 2.
Very good. Okay, we ready? This is Stephen Jones. This is episode 4, and this is the audio sync. Welcome to Youth Quest Table Talks. My name is Stephen Jones. I'm the Student Ministry Advisory Team Leader for the IPHC. Today I am joined by Meredith Light, also on the SMAT team with me.
Hello.
Luke Cecil, who's joined us for the last couple of podcasts. And today we're pleased to welcome Emily Bell. Emily Bell joined us this year at Youth Quest 2022. She was on our production team. You probably saw her taking photos and moving around. She's part of our Discipleship Ministries team. Glad you're here, Em.
I'm stoked to be here. Thank you for having me.
So the purpose of what we've been doing, Em, is we've been talking about Youth Quest 2022, the great memories that we made. We celebrated the good things that happened. We're getting feedback. We're also beginning to plan for next year, talking about things that we could do better, things we want to do for next year. And we already talked about this in a previous episode, talked about our theme.
We did talk about our theme. Whatever you do, if you need to see it, you want to read the Bible verse, I'm not going to make you turn around.
Okay, yeah, because that's...
Can you recite it for us?
Whatever you do. We're going to fix that in post.
Can you?
I mean, I can, but I'm afraid you've got me on the spot.
Give us the message version, Steve.
Whatever you do in action or in deed, do it as unto the glory of God. Whatever it is you do.
More of the King James kind of version.
Whatever you do, work willingly
as unto the Lord.
As
See, that's the
rather
word.
than man.
People.
Rather than man.
Wow, way to call me out just like that, Mayor.
Hey,
no, you did great, buddy.
If it makes you feel any better, I did design these.
I
saw these words a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I only read scripture once a day.
Right.
No, we just wanted to call you out.
We just want to make you sweat a little bit.
Man, talk about sweating. Whatever you do, work willingly as unto the Lord, working for God, not for men. And that's the big thing. And that theme was everywhere.
It was everywhere, and I made sure of it. I'm going to tell you that I made sure of it.
But we talked about in one of our other episodes how that became prominent in social media posts. Right. I think it even ended up on someone's sneakers.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our services at Youth Quest 22.
The coldest services I've ever attended. I just like to put that out there. I know we talked about it. I know a check was given.
Yep.
But I was shivering from morning till night.
Yeah, if you saw any social media photos that were blurry, it's because I was shivering the entire time I was in there.
That's actually why I bought this hoodie. I think I bought it before we even started. I think we were doing a sound check, and I was like, I'm freezing.
We sold out of those first.
Someone
didn't we?
accused us of artificially changing the climate so that we would sell out of our hoodies. Now, I promise you,
crank that down to 40. We gotta get
below
this inventory out.
It was a marketing tactic.
That was not our marketing tactic.
Because the next week at General Conference, it was
stifling hot.
Stifling hot. I'm gonna calm down. That was too loud. Okay, I got passionate. I'm bringing it down.
We're gonna reel it in.
Well, let's talk about our speakers and our services. You know, in this vein, I want to say, let's talk about Shama for a second.
Shama, everybody.
Shama Mrema. Shama has been a part of Youth Quest for the last couple of years. Certainly grew up in our Pentecostal Holiness Church. He's always done late night with Shama, or some kind of MC kind of situation. Yeah. But this year we had him as a guest speaker, and I thought he did an outstanding job.
Oh my gosh, I was just sitting there crying. I felt truly seen as he was speaking. Just the words that he said and the way that he tied it in to our everyday lives. So thankful for that message. And if you haven't seen it, go back because it's on our Vimeo. Okay, go back and watch it.
I don't think it's very common that you find people who carry such conviction in their words, but also can crack a joke and have you dying laughing in the same breath. Yes. He definitely carries that gift.
Definitely.
For sure. In the morning sessions, we had Shama. Then we also had Bishop McGee.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a personal favorite of mine, just because I remember in 2016, that was the first time that we invited Bishop McGee to actually speak in one of our morning sessions.
Yeah.
And he might hate me for this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
But he was so nervous. Bishop McGee was so nervous in 2016 backstage in Daytona Beach because he he genuinely felt like he had a message from God. But I think the idea of communicating with teenagers really just like, am I going to be able to communicate what I believe God's spoken to me? And I remember he had the audience the whole time.
He definitely did.
And so, from all of us, it sounds whatever. I don't care what it sounds like. We appreciate Bishop McGee. He makes this event happen, and he gives us the latitude to do this.
Absolutely.
But great services, great to hear from him as our executive leader. And
we love you, Tommy.
We love you, Tommy.
We do.
And this year's different. Every Gen Con year, this was a general conference year, and every Gen Con year we've patterned to focus on our student ministry team as our evening speakers. We feel like it's a good opportunity for our leaders to speak to our movement. And so we've given them the latitude to be able to speak. And it really does celebrate when you hear, you hear Josh Kestner, and then you hear Lafferty, and then you hear Meredith, and then you hear me. They're 4 very different voices. Yeah. Can you imagine 4 very different people speaking? Yeah. But that's the 4 of us.
Oh, man. And we love each other, and we're friends. But we all communicate very differently. And I think that there were certain people, like I probably talked to different people than Kestner talked to afterwards. And Lafferty talked to different people than Stephen talked to after his message. And so it's just really neat that God allows us to just use our gifts, but also connect with different people. That's just really cool.
Yeah. Being able to relate to the different demographics of people among the audience, among, our guests who we have at Youth Quest. It's inspiring to me. And it's also just like awe-inspiring, I think, to everybody else.
It was really cool. And shout out to our colleges. Can we talk about our colleges for a second? They
SCU.
Go Eagles.
SCU.
So
Go Lions.
So,
just kidding. We love everybody.
In 21, we did our Youth Quest East and West, and we brought together Southwestern and Emmanuel to do joint worship teams for both of those events. They traveled out. They did both of those events. It was outstanding. Why are you so sad?
I'm not sad. I'm just crying because I'm actually about to start crying because I'm so happy that everybody's together.
We brought them out, and they formed these joint worship teams, and we loved it so much that we said, we need to do this again. They really do. Our colleges and institutions really do make Youth Quest happen. They're part of why we do what we do, and shout out to our colleges. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing as we do Youth Quest.
Shout out to our leaders too. I want to shout out Trey Ward and Julie Ely. They helped
MVPs.
us. They wrangled everybody together for this worship team, and they were just honored.
Those early morning practices, though.
Oh boy,
no
joke. Your call time, that was pretty early.
And I think that
Bless them.
it was even a little bit more brutal. We met at Emmanuel College to do a couple days of practice, and we were at it all day. And Trey Ward and Julie they just kept going.
They just kept going. They did not stop.
They were energized.
They are troopers.
Absolute
troopers.
And I also want to shout out to the band leaders, which were Luke Cecil and Caleb Mooring. Luke representing Southwestern and Caleb representing Emmanuel College. They did a phenomenal job. I got on a Zoom with them maybe like a couple of months before Youth Quest. And they were planning out the set lists. And it was just really cool because these are 2, and if you look at the entire band that was up there, there's so many representatives of people growing up in fine arts. But Luke and Caleb were competitors, right?
We were.
They were participants in fine arts, and they grew up doing that together. And so seeing them lead a team and lead our students, like our current students in worship, was so cool. And I mean, I'm back there just crying my eyes out. And remembering Luke as this tiny, no beard kid.
Clean face.
We just, all we wanted to do was put him in a boy band, make millions.
Can I tell you how nervous I was to put Nick Peach on a national stage? Can we own that for a second?
My word.
Nick Peach, he freaking killed it.
Did a great job.
He did.
Super proud of Nick Peach, for sure. And all of them. I call one of them out, but I was especially nervous for just a moment about it.
Aren't we all?
We made sure not to put a microphone anywhere near him.
But what a gem of the IPHC, though.
Absolutely.
What a gem.
Absolutely.
He's the IPHC's sweetheart, I think.
Okay, Luke, can you tell us just a little bit? I said you did grow up in this event, but what was it like being on stage leading after growing up in the same event?
I think one of my favorite parts looking forward to Youth Quest every year was who's going to lead worship? Who's going to be there to lead us in worship?
Yeah.
And it was so awesome whenever we shifted and our IPHC people were doing our worship, and Josh Lafferty was leading the team, and it was so awesome to see people that we know and love leading worship, and then to get to be on that stage and lead people in worship. It was just it was awesome.
What was your favorite song? What was your favorite part?
I think one of the songs that we introduced this year was "Glory, Honor, Power," and I think that was my favorite. And
give us a couple bars of it, would you?
I don't think I want to. I think
Bethany Adams, if you're watching this, send us a video of you singing "Glory, Honor, Power."
I literally just got the chills thinking about you.
I don't think that I would do it justice. So if you need to hear a couple of lines, I think you need to call Bethany Adams. In a previous episode,
you made me with this voice sing "Good Morning" by Mandisa, so you're going to give us a couple of bars.
I don't think so.
Right now.
I don't think you're going to win this battle.
Right now.
I don't think you're going to win this battle.
So your favorite moment was?
What was your favorite moment, Luke? Fine, you win. Whatever.
My favorite moment of worship, is that what you're asking?
Yes, in leading. And with Caleb and the dynamic that you had there.
I think that my favorite part, and this is kind of funny, is Caleb was talking to us in our ears the whole time. He was giving us cues and things like that, and I think that he did an outstanding job. He kept us on. There were some parts where there's things that can always go wrong. Sometimes the click track doesn't start right, and Caleb would keep us on, and he did a great job.
Again,
shout out to Caleb.
Trooper, we love him.
Love Caleb. Grateful for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Very grateful. Well, I do believe it's time for a game.
That sounds great.
Finally.
Is it time for a game?
Game time.
Do. All right. So what I'm thinking for this game is I think we should have a bit of a college showdown. Should be Southwestern versus Emmanuel.
Okay.
We don't have Holmes represented here or other colleges represented.
Sending y'all love.
College. Yeah, sending you love. We do love you. But here we go. So what we're going to be playing is a game called Password.
Password.
Dum, dum, dum.
Everybody say it together.
Password.
Okay, so what Password is you get a prompt out of here, okay, and you have one word. Do you hear me? One word.
One
Choose
word.
carefully, young
Choose
Padawan.
carefully, okay? Mm-hmm. Let's say I say to you, Luke, movies. Guess.
What if it's 101 Dalmatians?
One word.
Theater.
Really close. It was popcorn.
Okay. Now
it was popcorn. And then we're going to set the pretend timer for 30 seconds, which is just going to be a timer that I have in my heart.
Internal clock.
An internal clock. Just kidding. I'll get my phone out. It's right here. I don't know why I had to smash. Get back on track. All right. So we're going to pull out a little prompt. You're going to have one word to say to your partner. Okay. If you get it and guess it, that's a point for your team. All right?
Sounds good.
Gotcha.
Do you understand?
Why is she coming at my life right now?
So he can answer with one word or whatever phrase is the answer.
Correct.
Okay.
Is it a phrase or a word?
I believe that it's a word.
Not past phrase.
It's going to just be
I believe
a word.
it's a word. Producers, is it a word? Or is it a phrase?
Producers say
a word.
A word. Gotcha.
Or a name. Okay? Only one.
Okay.
Luke, are you ready to dominate or what?
I am ready to dominate.
But since we're kind.
Go Sweegles.
Who let the lions out?
We did.
We did. Okay, you guys draw because we're kind and we're going to let you guys go first.
Go first.
Okay.
Go for it. Choose your word carefully.
Tune in my telepathy.
Do we have a timer? Do we
we have a timer, and I did forget to mention this rule. If he does not get it, I then get to have the thing and give.
I get to guess.
Yes, you get to guess. I think.
Let's do it.
All right. Start the timer.
Oh. What am I supposed to do next? Anybody know? Okay. On your mark, get set. Password.
Youth Quest!
Ron. I didn't know if I could say Ron Fredericks.
It was Ron Fredericks.
Nice.
That's 2 words.
Love it.
Or a name.
Okay.
Or a name.
Okay, that was great.
All right, Ron Fredericks.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to say... Yeah, go ahead. Okay, it's 1
So that's 1 point for the
0.
1 point for the Lions.
Okay. I'm so nervous. 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 Okay, let me reset the clock. Okay. I am not looking.
Okay.
Go.
I think I'm allowed to say this. Rocket League.
YQ Gaming.
Yes!
She got it right.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Yes, 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 yes.
SCU!
We gotta step our game up. Jeez
Lord.
Louise. Okay, so that means it's
Bet you can't beatbox.
So it's 1v1. 1v1. Okay. I think this is right. Here we go.
Okay.
On your mark. Get set. Password.
Password.
Fine arts.
Talent.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you for real? Oh my word!
Did you just say that? Show me that paper right now.
I'm
You
ashamed
better show me
I'm ashamed.
that
Are you lying?
paper. He played it wrong.
Said the word.
I am so confused.
He literally played the game wrong.
Steven!
Tried to
Why
lie.
would you read the card? Cardinal rule of game.
Believe it. Okay, listen. Because we love Jesus in here, we're gonna give you another chance. We're
Okay, here we
gonna
go.
give you another
Wow.
chance.
Oh,
He said,
boy.
"I'm ashamed to."
Because I realized what I did after I did it.
It's okay. We still
I'm
love you.
sick about it.
On your mark, get set, go.
All right, I have it now.
Okay.
Hotel.
Hyatt?
Ding, 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 ding. That's correct. Cameras. Here we go. I didn't say it this time.
We're so proud of you.
Go Lions! Go Lions!
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
Also, if you're from Emmanuel College and you're watching this, I'm sorry, I'm so cringy. I'm an old head. I am old.
Okay, here we go. Somebody start this over.
Oh, I can.
I'm gonna laugh.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Password. Mrema.
Shama. Yes. I thought it was too good to be true.
Yes. Where's the beatboxing? Yes. See you. All right, guys.
You beat
No. Wait,
2v2.
Okay, it's
So
my
we
turn.
got-
It's my turn, right?
So how do we do the tiebreaker?
Buckle up.
It's your turn, I guess.
Tiebreaker.
Didn't she do one
Oh
already?
my goodness.
Yeah, you gotta go get it until somebody wins.
We're gonna play this
We're
for
gonna
5
be
more
here till
hours.
midnight.
We've got
Julian and
we've got
later.
36 names in here.
You
so
didn't know
we're
that this
just
was the
gonna-
password championship.
Oh my word.
On your mark, get set. Password.
The anticipation's killing me.
Finale.
The show.
No, it's not. So do y'all want to see if y'all can guess it right? We'll stop the clock.
The disappointment.
can't
is
If we guess this right,
palpable.
does that mean that we win?
Guys,
Yeah,
I'm
I think
having like PTSD from Family Feud because I can't remember if this is how the rules work of password.
This is what
Can
we're
we
gonna
can
do.
we make up rules?
Yeah, we can make it.
We're gonna
because
say
that's what we did at Family Feud.
we're gonna say if you can do that not using my word and he can guess it correctly,
Am I gonna win?
y'all win.
Am I gonna
we'll
win?
Producer
By
say yeah.
myself.
Just Meredith.
Yeah.
Producer say yeah.
This is hard.
Uh-huh.
This is really hard.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh my.
I'm nervous.
Choir.
YQ collab.
Yes!
Jeez Louise.
Oh,
SCU.
SCU. SCU.
I'm so sorry. See, I thought in my
I feel
brain
like such a disappointment.
I could have went choir. I could have went Terra. I could have.
There were so
I
many
could have
different
went
directions.
finale, and I.
And you know what really threw me is we had a major, like we had a fist fight over whether it's pronounced finale or finale.
It's definitely finale.
It's finale, and Steven says it's finale. Finale sounds like
how
tamale.
do you pronounce
I can't
frappuccino?
wait till we're finale not pronouncing the word like that.
All right, we got to close this down. We've had a great episode.
We've had a great episode.
Such a great
with you. Emily, thanks for joining us.
I am so glad that y'all asked me to do this. It's been a real pleasure to be here with you this
love you
this day.
Thanks for all you do for UIQ.
See you next time.
Bye.